Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is Saturday, and it is a spectacular day. We've got lots of races to get to, 13 of them. Let's go to Pete Arello, our track announcer, and see about the weather and track conditions.
Florida Track Day begins with beautiful weather conditions for horse racing, a sunny sky, a fast main track, a firm turf course, and temperatures in the upper 70s. First of the day over the turf at 1 mile, maiden claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 9, Take Charge Bob, a field of 8. First race favorite was number 6, Kierland. Racing at Gulfstream. From the rail, Looking Forever gets the first call. Up on the outside, there goes Tis a Factor onto the front. From the far outside and Track Titan, so the outside pair the quickest in the charge to the first turn. From Bakelite, who comes away toward the rail, a joint third. The favorite Curlin, well situated in the early stages, racing about 4 lengths off the pace setter ahead of Looking Forever. On his outside goes Golden Away. Stretch of 2 to Zap to It, and the early trailer is Rough Note. Around the first turn they go, and loose up top, it's Abby Medina and Tis a Factor who lead the way by 3.5 lengths. Track Titan is second, Curland on the outside third. Tucked in from fourth is Bakelite, 3 wide and Golden Away. Then it's Looking Forever ahead of Zap to It and Rough Note. Opening quarter went in 23 seconds flat, and at a big price, Tis a Factor has the lead, backing down the speed a touch now. 3 wide in Kierland getting started, 4 wide Golden Away. So Golden Away is going to force the favorite to maintain his spot by quickening up. Down at the inside, it's Bakelite from 5th. Looking Forever watches this mid-race move unfold from 4 lengths off the lead. 2 better than Zap to It and Rough Note. 47 seconds for the opening half mile. They leave the backstretch and move around the far turn. Up front, the leader is still Tis a Factor by a neck. Kierland on the outside second, Golden Away third. Looking Forever runs into a pocket. Now he needs out from behind the speed. 2 back to Bakelite. Zap to It on the outside tries to get underway with a quarter of a mile left to go. 3 quarters, 1:11 and 3. Kierland has plenty of company but turns first with the lead. Golden Away on the outside. Looking Forever punches between now. Here comes Looking Forever at Kierland with less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and Looking Forever surges to the lead, and he's the winner. It's Looking Forever and Miguel Vasquez booting clear to win it by 3. Golden Away second, Kierland third, then Zap to It and Bakelite. Weaving through traffic and getting into the clear was the key to number 1 Looking Forever's success in the first race. Miguel Vasquez handled him perfectly to get the victory. A bit of a price, 5-2, bet down from 6-1 for Juan Rizzo and Santa Cruz Ranch. Number 4, Golden Away, spices up your Exactawell second ahead of the 6, Kierland, who really had no excuse and had to settle for third. To the second race and the start of the early pick 4 at 5.5 furlongs, scratch 4 and 5. These are claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. Off-time favorite was number 1, Be a Hero. And they're off. Be a Hero wins the break. Promete moves to challenge. Starship Apollo and Pachanga Party make it a party, and Mo Bourbon is last. They link up now and go to the half-mile point, and up front, Promete leads by a neck toward the rail. Be a Hero right alongside second. Poised to strike 3 wide is Pachanga Party third. Starship Apollo's getting a good run of it, fourth and about 4 lengths off the lead. And Mo Bourbon also has some pace to chase, last of all, as they round the far turn. Pachanga Party and Luca Panici now come away with the lead. Back to second is Promete, back to third and Be a Hero. He's angling out and it's not done yet. He's going to rebid. Starship Apollo is racing on from fourth. He's had plenty of pace in front of him, and still nothing from Mo Bourbon. Past the quarter pole and turning in. Be a Hero on the rebid. 3 wide and Starship Apollo trying to hold him off as Pachanga Party. These 3 off the corner together. On the far outside, Starship Apollo just was let go by Tyler G. And Starship Apollo bids this field a pleasant Saturday good afternoon. He's 2-1 and he's clear to the wire. He's Starship Apollo for Jorge Delgado and Joker Racing. Winning by 3 in the end. Second was Be a Hero. Third is Pachanga Party. Mo Bourbon finished fourth. Great pace scenario for number 3, Starship Apollo, and he rolls home under Tyler Gaffleone for Joker Racing and trainer Jorge Delgado. Second 1, Be a Hero. Third 6, Pachanga Party. Time for commercial break. Still a lot of action to come. Don't go away.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
OBS April, the 2-year-old source to the world, with Grade 1 stakes winners, including Mind Your Biscuits, impressive hero of the $2 million Dubai Golden Shaheen, Grade 1 stakes winning millionaire Sharp Ass Tekka, and Grade 1 stakes winning filly La Coronel. Find your next Grade 1 winner at the OBS Spring Sale of 2-year-old, April 24th through 27th. Undertack previews are April 16th through 21st. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Back now for race number 3 on the program and 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. A field of 7 signed on. The off-time favorite was number 6, High Blue. And they're off. Level beginning. Toward the inside, Judas Sunset is being sent for position with over-criticized alongside. High Blue is allowed to find his feet, but he's still going to march toward the lead. And Rios puts Octopithius on his outside as over-criticized has a narrow advantage. Over-criticized exit the chute, controlling the pace with a neck advantage. Moon Lover and High Blue second and third. Octopithius 3 wide while fourth. Clemson and Watson is at the rail in fifth. Then it's a length and a half back to Judas Sunset, well situated behind a 24-2 opening quarter. No speed at all from Mr. GT as they race to the final 5 furlongs. Up front, it's over-criticized, hounded by the big favorite High Blue on the outside second. At the rail in third is Clemson and Watson. Octopithius works between horses. Out wide is Moon Lover, a length and a half better than Judas Sunset, and the trailer is Mr. GT. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn. 48 seconds for that opening half mile. With the lead now, High Blue takes over from over-criticized second. Octopithius is third. Running on from the back here is a run from Mr. GT in the blue cap. Mr. GT fifth and gaining ground just to his inside is Judas Sunset, as blowing it wide open is High Blue. High Blue to the top of the stretch, leads the way by about 7. 4 wide in Mr. GT. Splitting horses is Judas Sunset. Octopithius is next after 3 quarters and 1:12-2. 3/16 to go for High Blue, who's still well clear. Mr. GT has ran in from last to get up into second with Judas Sunset and over-criticized, but 3-5 looks like easy money on High Blue, who's long gone. High Blue and jockey Amisael Jaramillo throttled down in the end. They won it by about 8. Mr. GT second, Judas Sunset third, over-criticized, finished fourth. Number 6, High Blue, raced against older horses in his most recent race. That could be the explanation for a poor effort. He's back in against 3-year-olds here today, and he powers home for the victory under Amisael Jaramillo for trainer Gilberto Zerpa and owners GV21 Entertainment. Number 5, Mr. GT was second. Number 2, Judas Sunset, ran third. To the 4th race now at 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a $6,250 price tag. They've not won 3. A field of 8. The favorite was the 6, Little Matt. And they're off. Good start for Atizapan. Good start for Little Matt. Silver Chalice has some speed. Being sent is Heliodoro to try to get some early position from Undercutter. Then comes Il Ferroni at the back of the field with San Filippo as they run out of the chute. On the outside, it's Atizapan to take the lead. San Filippo now moves to be second. Silver Chalice is third. Heliodoro is at the inside fourth with Undercutter improving in the blue and pink. Then it's a length back to Little Matt ahead of Mass Approval second last. Il Ferroni is last through the opening quarter in 24 seconds flat. There's 5 furlongs left to go, and there's 3 horses across the course. From the far outside, San Filippo, from between horses at Atizapan, and slowly backing off is Silver Chalice. Vasquez takes him in hand, with Undercutter now racing in 4th. Little Matt is 5th. Heliodoro scrubbed on while 6th, ahead of Il Ferroni in 7th, and Mass Approval is last. 47-2 for the opening half mile. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. What was a 3-headed duel is now a clear leader in the form of San Filippo. That was Atizapan who went wrong. Atizapan has unseated the rider around the far turn run. At the 5/16, the leader is San Filippo. Castillo yet to move. He leads by 2. Silver Chalice at the inside with Undercutter. Little Matt is back 4th. Il Ferroni is back 5th after 3 quarters. In 1:12 flat, they wheel for home. It's San Filippo who comes off the turn leading by 2.5. Second, Silver Chalice not going away. Il Ferroni with a late run. Final 16th of a mile. Silver Chalice trying to gain ground on the leader, San Filippo, but that will not happen as San Filippo 8-5 and kicking clear. Silver Chalice will be second. Il Ferroni third. Mass Approval ran 4th. Number 8, San Filippo, was the morning line favorite on the strength of a drop in class. And that drop in class did him well as he won easily under Luis Castillo, for trainer Louis Duco and the Louis Duco stable, and Annabelle Costanzo. 4, Silver Chalice gave it a good run but had to settle for second ahead of the 5, Il Ferroni, who ran third. We move now to the 5th race of the day over the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for $16,000. Some pivotal scratches here of 2, 5, and 6. 1 to 9 on 1 Samurai's First Lady. And they're off. And Samurai's First Lady broke very well, and she quickly establishes a length advantage over Miss Violet, who was away in second, from Diamond Love, who's out of their third. They're 4 clear of Taco Wayne Shot, and Melody Croon is at the back of the pack as they charge around the first turn. Up front, it's the big favorite, Samurai's First Lady, and Irad Ortiz Jr. calling the shots out here with a 1.5 length edge over Miss Violet, who's in the green colors, now second. Diamond Love pockets up at the rail third. 3 back to Taco Wayne Shot, and the trailer is Melody Croon. Opening quarter carved in 23 and 4. That's not flying, it's not crawling either. And at 1 to 9, the leader is Samurai's First Lady. She leads by 1.25 lengths. Some token pace pressure from Miss Violet on the outside second. At the inside, Diamond Love is getting a good run of it third, 1.5 lengths better than Taco Wayne Shot. She's narrowed the gap with the top flight horses, and now she's 6 in front of Melody Croon, who's last of all as they swing to the far turn. 47 and 3 for the opening half mile. Jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. is still as a statue on Samurai's First Lady, who leads away 1.5 lengths. Miss Violet is still second. Diamond Love has lost a bit of ground. Taco Wayne Shot rallies outside of her. Melody Croon has been no factor. Samurai's First Lady comes off the turn in complete control. Samurai's First Lady wheels past the 8th pole, still under confident handling, and still well clear. And a long gone winner. 1 to 9, not much, but it's still easy money, as Samurai's First Lady is a gate to wire winner. She'll win it by as much as she wants. It'll be about 6 in the end. Miss Violet was second, Diamond Love third, Taco Wayne Shot finished fourth. As the old racetrack adage goes, there's no such thing as a sure thing, but here this afternoon, Samurai's First Lady was about as close as she can get to it. She was lone speed and the best horse, and she took him on a merry chase under Irad Ortiz Jr. for trainer Jason Service and owner Michael Dubb. We move now to race number 6 on the program, the first of 2 stakes today. This is the Any Limit at 6 furlongs for $75,000, brought to you by our friends at Purina. Scratch number 2, 831. Rider change on 5, Di Maria to Nick Juarez. Heavily favored, number 4, Elevenses. And they're off in the Any Limit. Elevenses was second last to begin. 1 breath at a time, and Roses in the South from the first 2 gates are away the best. From the outside, that's twice around, and now rushing up is Elevenses. Elevenses will have to be patient, not much room down inside, and 3 to the trailer, Di Maria. Separated by 5 in the run to the half-mile point, and the leader is Alvaro Doniz, and Roses in the South, 3 parts of a length. 3 wide, twice around from between horses, 1 breath at a time. Elevenses is down toward the inside. She's 2.5 lengths off the lead while trying to figure out her next move, and the trailer is Di Maria. 23 seconds for the opening quarter speed. There's less than 3 furlongs to go. Roses in the South has company. On the outside, it's twice around from between horses, 1 breath at a time. Saya's now getting after the favorite Elevenses. She's 4th. She's going to have to go 4 wide. Doesn't have much alternative there. And she's about 3 lengths off the lead while trying to quicken as they run to the top of the stretch. On the inside, and Roses in the South. Over the top into Elevenses from between horses. It's 1 breath at a time, and twice around makes it 4 across the course. Final 1/8 of a mile. Elevenses is getting on track, trying to get to 1 breath at a time. 1 breath at a time is dead game. Elevenses surging past. Elevenses makes hard work, but wins a 1/2 length. 1 breath at a time, second. Twice around was third. Roses in the South ran 4th. Number 4, Elevenses, probably didn't get the trip they thought they needed or wanted in today's 6th race, but they got the victory anyway, as Luis Saez put the daughter of More Than Ready into the clear, and her class proved too much. She gets the score for Jimmy Jerkins and Joe Shields Jr. Number 3, 1 breath at a time, was second, ahead of the 6, Twice Around, who ran third. Time for a commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll continue with Saturday's card right after this.
And Ghost Zipper is pulling away. Ghost Zipper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Ghost Zipper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Saturday, March 31st in Gulfstream Park. Be here as the country's top 3-year-old thoroughbreds compete for glory in the 67th running of the ExpressBet.com Florida Derby. Experience this epic day of live racing with over $2.5 million at stake. Admission and parking absolutely free. Men and women, come dressed in your derby best and win fabulous prizes. Visit GulfstreamPark.com for details. The ExpressBet.com Florida Derby. Witness the crowning of a champion. Welcome to your playground, Gulfstream Park. Back now for race number 7 on the program, about 7.5 furlongs over the turf. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. A field of 9. The favorite was the 1, Zafiro. And they're off. From the far outside, Grand Saman was away well. Darn That Parker has speed, and Big City Heart comes away in the top flight. These three across the course. Zafiro saves ground toward the rail. In between horses, that's Abbott. Abbott is now in the 2-path, 5th, and about 4 lengths off the lead. Followed by Perp, then Semblance of Order and Grand Nanuko. And at the back between horses is On Cruise Control. Around the first turn they go. It's a bit crowded up front with Big City Heart in front to half a length. Darn That Parker is second. Grand Saman is third. Parked at the rail, Zafiro is fourth. Abbott's in tight while on hold fifth. 2 back to Perp, then Grand Nanuko ahead of On Cruise Control. And the trailer remains Semblance of Order. 23-3 for the opening quarter speed. There's less than 5 furlongs to go. With the lead, it's Big City Heart by a neck. Darn That Parker second. Grand Saman is third. Abbott next with Zafiro at the rail. 2.5 to Grand Nanuko, who improves outside of Perp ahead of On Cruise Control. And Semblance of Order is last of all as they went 47-3 for the opening half mile. They leave the backstretch and move around the far turn, and Darn That Parker comes away with the lead. On the outside, Grand Saman given the green light to try to get after him second. Working into the clear is Zafiro. Abbott still in the thick of things, although he's wide. On Cruise Control's trying to run home with Perp. Still many chances here as they wheel for home. With the lead, Darn That Parker set down driving. Zafiro continues to charge from between horses and On Cruise Control on the outside. Zafiro has made a long sustained run to the front, and he'll win it. It's Zafiro at even money to win it by about 3 in the end. Darn That Parker game for second, very close for third, involving Abbott and On Cruise Control. Number 1, Zafiro chased a very nice winner in Uncle B last time out. And even though he had to work hard, he did get the victory here this afternoon under jockey Luis Saez for trainer Angel Rodriguez and owner Frank Calabrese. Luis Saez goes back-to-back. Second, number 6, Darn That Parker at a big price ahead of the 5 On Cruise Control, who ran third. We move now to the 8th race of the day on the main track at 1 mile. Maiden Claimers in for $12,500. A field of 9. The favorites were 1, King Wildcat, and 3, Rider of the Blue. And they're off. From the center, Bonus Card begins nicely. Up on the outside, Kickin' Boy is being chirped along to try to get the lead. Down toward the inside, that's Steve Sonata moving up as they link up with the main course. Uncle Yolanda's not far away. It will be Steve Sonata to lead him out of the chute, 1.25 lengths from Uncle Yolanda, who comes away to race in second. Kickin' Boy is now third. Up on the outside is Big Boy Axel. Widest of all is Cap Gun. Moving up down toward the inside is Gusty Wind. Then comes King Wildcat and Bonus Card. And the favorite is last of all, Rider of the Blue, is last of the 9 and about 10 lengths off the lead of Steve Sonata. 5 furlongs from home, Steve Sonata bumps the margin to 4. Gusty Wind now moves into second. Uncle Yolanda ridden from third. Away in fourth is Kickin' Boy. These top 4 have gone well ahead of the others, led by King Wildcat and Big Boy Axel. Rider of the Blue improves 2 spots ahead of Bonus Card, and Cap Gun is last. They round the far turn through the opening half mile in 47-3, and up front it's still Steve Sonata going to try to bottom out the group. Uncle Yolanda's second. The danger's King Wildcat. King Wildcat was fourth. He's now third and on a move. Rider of the Blue is next, but he's still better than 9 lengths off the lead. Steve Sonata comes under pressure. King Wildcat's in the clear. He's definitely the one to beat. There's a 1/4 mile left to go. They went 3/4 in 1:13 flat. Here's King Wildcat with a long sustained run to blow by Steve Sonata. Gusty Wind and Uncle Yolanda are next, but inside the final furlong, if you back King Wildcat, you can go collect. King Wildcat kicks clear authoritatively. He'll win it by 6 or 7. Rider of the Blue is going to gallop up for second, and Gusty Wind will be in a photo for third with Uncle Yolanda. King Wildcat in a jog. Rider of the Blue second, Uncle Yolanda third, Gusty Wind fourth, and Steve Sonata. Favorite players enjoying their afternoon in South Florida as the favorites run 1-2 in today's 8th race. Number 1, King Wildcat, kept into the clear on the outside, right where he wanted to be. He rolled by for the score, giving Miguel Vasquez his second winner of the day. Trainer Jose Garofalo and Honor Stable Corporation. Second, number 3, Rider of the Blue. Third was the 7, Uncle Yolanda. To the 9th race now. We're sprinting on turf at 5 furlongs. Strong field assembled here with a field of 8 allowance optional claiming runners. The favorite on the barn change, number 8, Imprimis. And they're off. Blowing the start completely was Shadow Rock, 7 lengths last. Good start out wide for I'm a Wildcat, who hits the ground running from between horses. That's one lucky step away in second. Imprimis is good to go on the outside, and Lost for Words has to take up fourth. Up on the outside, Diamond Majesty, then comes Super Spender and Our Independence, and left behind last is Shadow Rock. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn, and up front, Starship Wildcat has the lead. Leads it a half a length over Imprimis, the nearest pursuer second. Racing in third is one lucky step put into the 3-path to try to gain some ground. 3.5 lengths clear of Our Independence, then comes Lost for Words toward the rail and Super Spender, and they're at the top of the stretch. 22 seconds for the opening quarter speed on the outside, and Imprimis set down driving, and he's up to the task. Imprimis now strides to a 3-length lead. Late run on the stand side from Super Spender to try to get into second, but Imprimis remains razor sharp. He's undefeated. Imprimis now 3 for 3. Won it easily in the end. Up second was Super Spender. Third was Our Independence. Then I'm a Wildcat.
Number 8, Imprimis, had won 2 races out of 2 starts. Make it 3 for 3 here today. The only difference being the jockey and the trainer. Imprimis bought privately before this race, and he proves that was a pretty good buy as he runs up the score late under Irad Ortiz Jr. for Joe Orsino and Breeze Easy LLC. Number 4, Super Spender, was second ahead of the 1, Our Independence, who ran third. Time now to look at the 10th race of the day, the start of today's late pick 4 at 6 furlongs over the main track. Maidens of the special weight variety. These are 3-year-olds. The heavily favored runner was number 6, Zippy Willie.
And they're off. Grand Takoshi leapt right in the air at the start, and a slow beginning for Union Ranks. It was a quick beginning for Ann Still from the fence, with Swaus moving to challenge, and these two fly early. They've opened 4 on Elusive Hero and Breaking the Rules. Zippy Willie is 5th. Grand Tagoshi, after that awkward getaway, is second last, and the slow start puts Union Ranks about 12 lengths behind the field as they pass the half-mile point. With the lead, it's Ann Still in front by an X. Swaus on the outside is second. Zippy Willie gets started. 3 wide on the outside. From between horses, Breaking the Rules. Elusive Hero is at the rail. Then Grand Tagoshi and Still 4 to Union Ranks. 22-1 for a wicked opening quarter speed. Here's Grand Tagoshi now. Grand Tagoshi given the green light, 4 wide and on the attack to get to Swaus, who just took the lead. Zippy Willie is hard ridden, but he's not out of it yet. He's still in the hunt. In fact, he's now charging to get towards a short lead. Just in behind the speed is Breaking the Rules. He needs a way out as they come inside the final furlong. Swaus has the lead. He's 60-1 toward the rail, and Breaking the Rules, and still battles on. Zippy Willie, stand side, and Elusive Hero. 5 across the course here with Breaking the Rules finding his best stride late. Zippy Willie one more time. It's Breaking the Rules. Breaking the Rules, and Irad Ortiz Jr. beat Zippy Willie and won 11-3.
Exciting finish to today's 10th race. In the end, a bit of an upset with number 4, Breaking the Rules, giving Irad Ortiz Jr. his 3rd winner of the day. This one for Shug McGahee and 5th stable. The son of Warfront gets the head bob after finishing up well. Number 6, Zippy Willie, was second ahead of the 3, Elusive Hero, who ran 3rd. Time now for the 11th race of the day and the start of the late pick 3, a mile and a 16th over the turf. An allowance optional claiming event. Price tag here was $62,500. Field of 8, the favorite was the 3, Rocketry.
And they're off. From the center, Alt gets the first call. Zayas is riding Conquest Sandman for the early lead, and Conquest Sandman had to be asked to quicken, but he did quicken, and he takes the lead into the run to the first turn. Alt is now second from Keep Quiet, who comes away to race in 3rd. At the inside, and Giant Payday follows along in 4th, then JR's Holiday, followed inside by the comebacker Deeply Undervalued. On his outside is Bronson, and Rocketry is last of all, so the 2 favorites are first and last and separated by about 12 lengths through the opening quarter in 23-4. Into the backstretch they go. It's Conquest Sandman trying to relax up front now. He has a 2-length advantage over Alt, the nearest pursuer, second. Keep Quiet is in 3rd. Giant Payday is 4th. Following 5th is JR's Holiday. Then comes Bronson. At the inside, it's Deeply Undervalued, and just on his outside is Rocketry as they go to the final half mile. 47-4 for the opening half mile. The pace has been honest enough, and Conquest Sandman continues to lead by 1.25 lengths. At a big number, Alt result, and Misael Jaramillo, the nearest pursuer, second. 3 back, Keep Quiet is now third. Deeply Undervalued under Leparoux, looking for racing room and trying to quicken up. 2 better than Giant Payday. Rocketry needs to find some place to go. He had to slam on the brakes, did Rocketry, as they run to the top of the stretch. 3/4, 110 and 4. Zaya sees he needs to get to work on Conquest Sandman, who still has the lead. Keep Quiet in the black and pink on the outside with Alt between horses. Deeply Undervalued's getting out with 1/8 of a mile to go. Then Giant Payday. Conquest Sandman digging in, trying to hold off the onrushing on the outside, and coming on now is Keep Quiet. Keep Quiet at Conquest Sandman. Conquest Sandman. Keep Quiet. Conquest Sandman. Conquest Sandman pinned his ears and turned away Keep Quiet and beat him a neck in 140 flat.
Traffic trouble for Rocketry allowed number 7 Conquest Sandman to have a fight, but not with the favorite, with 6 Keep Quiet, who fires big off the layoff, but not big enough to overhaul the Sandman, as Conquest Sandman went gate to wire under aggressive handling from Edgar Zayas for trainer Juan Carlos Labarrio and owner Costa Brava. Time for commercial timeout. The Saturday feature still to come. Graded stakes action right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success from the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park. Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 12 on the program, the 64th running of the Grade 3 Hutchison. $100,000 in guaranteed purse money at 6 furlongs. A field of 6 signed on. Favorites included the 1, Impact Player, and number 4, Tricks to Do.
And they're off in the Hutchison. Tricks to Do very well away from the center of the course, and Belle Tapisserie wants to run with them early, and these two hook up ahead of My Chinamano, who's out of their third. Madison's Luna is taken up running in fourth. Up on the outside goes Sutash, and at the inside, Impact Player, last of the 6 under Louis Saez as they head to the half-mile point. The leader is Robbie Alvarado and Belle Tapisserie a half a length in front. Tricks to Do is second. Leparoux trying to get into the clear with Madison's Luna. Mission accomplished, now 3 wide and on the attack. Down at the rail, it's Impact Player, 3 wide Sutash, and My Chinamano between horses through an opening quarter in 22 and 2. Less than 3/8 of a mile away. 3 wide Madison's Luna from between horses. Tricks to Do. 4 wide Sutash is in range. Impact Player's the first to put up the white flag. Then comes My Chinamano with a quarter of a mile left to go. Julien Leparoux and Madison's Luna the first to turn for home. They lead by 2.5. Second is Tricks to Do. Sutash on the outside is the danger to the leader with 1/8 of a mile now left to go. Madison's Luna has to kick away, and then kick away he does. Madison's Luna making his first start at Gulfstream, his first start against winners, and his first start in a stake, and he passes those tests no problem with a no doubt about it win in the Hutchison. He won by 3.5. Sutash second. Third was Tricks to Do, and fourth was Belle Tapisserie, and 110 and 2.
Number 3, Madison's Luna, coming into the race, only had 1 career start. It was across the state at Tampa, facing Special Weight Company. He beat a strong field and looked good doing it, but he takes a big step forward today with the powerhouse performance in the Hutchison, winning under Julien Leparoux for trainer Phil Bauer, who notches his first Gulfstream victory, and the graded stake Hutchison for Rigney Racing. 13th and final race of the day over the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Maiden claimers in for $20,000. Rider change on 3, Christmas Treat to Jorge Ruiz. Scratch 10 and 11, a field of 10. This was a wide open betting race.
And runners away. Level beginning. From the center, Apatow begins well. Particularity has speed. Mosca's on the outside trying to get over, and he will drop over now. Lascano has him down at the inside and racing in fourth, as emerging on top is Travie Boy. Edgar Zayas and Travie Boy lead by 2.5 over Apatow second. Particularity on the outside third. A gap of 3 to Mosca, who sets up shop from fourth. To his outside goes Calypso Deep. Beach Treasure is at the rail about 7 lengths off the pace setter, ahead of Time for War. Then down at the inside goes Masquerader. He's a bit keen while racing third last. Mr. Mac is second last, and the early trailer is Christmas Treat. They carved an opening quarter mile in 23 seconds flat, and they head to the final half mile with Travie Boy on the engine. Travie Boy by 2. Apatow second, Particularity on the outside third. Mosca improves at the rail run with the pink colors, about 3 lengths off the lead. Then moving 3 wide and trying to get going is Calypso Deep. Beach Treasure is at the rail, and in between horses, Time for War ahead of Mr. Mac and Masquerader. And the trailer is still Christmas Treat. He's about 8 lengths off the lead of Travie Boy. They run to the top of the stretch. Zayas trying to do it with Travie Boy at 18-1 through a 46-4 opening half mile. Mosca needs out on the outside, and Apatow coming on. Late run down the center from Mr. Mac with an 1/8 of a mile left. On the outside, and Apatow for a short lead, but here comes Mosca into the clear and charging hard. Mosca kicking in and taking over. Mosca now by 2. The battle's on for the Miners, but the win to Mosca. Mosca by 2 in the end. Masquerader was second. Got close after that. The photo involves Christmas Treat and Beach Treasure in 1:30-4.
Number 12, Moscow wins off the layoff for a guy who was also resuming from the layoff. No, not Bill Mott, Ron Nicoletti, as Mosca gets it done for the Nicoletti long shot selection in today's 13th race. Jose Lescano on board, the Bill Mott trainee, son of Mr. Sidney, breaks his maiden for Bill Mott and LRE Racing Stable. Plenty of winners in the Pick 5 and the Rainbow 6. The Rainbow 6 still healthy, more than $30,000. Carryover into Sunday's card is now $4.2 million.
And that wraps up Saturday's action. We'll be back here on Sunday. We got 12 races. Our first race post 12 p.m. Boy, you got to be at Gulfstream Park.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.